Greetings, my young seekers of wonders. Once again, it is I, Alexian, your storyteller, wizard, and loyal friend. Welcome to my Library of Wonders, a place where the most amazing stories come to life. How wonderful it feels to see your eyes shining in anticipation of a new mystery. Today we are setting off to an extraordinary place, hidden among the highest clouds, where the stars whisper about the future. I invite you on a tour of the Observatory of Starry Destinies. Before our faithful magic compass points the way, I want to remind you, in our magic workshop, you can order a unique gift for yourself or your loved ones, a personal magical adventure. Any fantasy of yours, any theme can become a reality in the form of a personalized fairy tale. And now, are you ready for the most stellar journey of your life? Then, let's start the compass and begin our voyage. High above, where the sky turns deep velvet blue and the air smells of frosty freshness and jasmine, stands the Observatory of Starry Destinies. We rise above the clouds to where the sky takes on the color of deep indigo. And here it is, before us, the observatory. It is a majestic building made of transparent crystal, crowned with a massive golden dome that rotates slowly, catching the light of distant galaxies. But this is not just a building. It is a magical, living mechanism. Inside the observatory, there are no ordinary instruments. Instead, there are magical telescopes adorned with engravings of sleeping dragons and blooming lotuses. But the most amazing thing about these telescopes is that they do not show distant stars, but the future heroic deeds of children. As we draw closer to the observatory, our ears catch a soft rustle filling the entire space around us. These are the star guardians at work, wondrous creatures resembling fluffy owls with translucent butterfly wings. They are called Astrolins. Each Astrolin wears a small sand lantern on its chest filled with the dust of fallen stars. Their task is to polish the telescope lenses with the finest silk made of clouds and to ensure that not a single shadow of doubt clouds the visions of the future. We enter the first hall, the Emerald Gallery. Here, everything breathes with the freshness of a spring forest. The walls are lined with polished malachite, and chandeliers made of living moss hang from the ceiling, glowing with a soft green light. In the center stands the Emerald Vizier, a giant telescope shimmering and softly rippling with all shades of green. Its body is entwined with wrought iron ivy leaves. An astrolin named Seedling carefully adjusts the focus. Peer into the eyepiece. Do you see? In the greenish haze, an image appears. A young boy in a distant city finds a wounded fledgling in a park. He doesn't walk away. He builds a nest for it using his own scarf. The Emerald Vizier sees hearts whose strength lies in protection and compassion. We leave the green hall and enter a long passageway called the Weaving Alley. There are no solid walls here. Instead, curtains of living morning mist sway gently. Look to the right. A group of Astrolins is busy with an unusual task. They hold silver spindles in their paws and weave thin threads out of moonlight. They weave these threads into tapestries hanging along the corridor. If you look closely, the images on the tapestries change. These are the records of kind dreams that the Astrolins carefully keep to send to children at night. We walk further, and the floor beneath our feet begins to glow softly blue. We enter the Sapphire Grotto. It is cool here, and the air is filled with the sound of dripping water that sings like mountain crystal. The walls of the hall flicker with a deep blue fire, reminiscent of the depths of the ocean. Here lies the sapphire long-sighter. This is a very unusual telescope. Its body is made of magic crystal, and its lenses are carved from a single piece of celestial ice. When we look into it, beyond the haze of ice and blue mist, we see a girl surrounded by stacks of books and flasks. She does not yet know that many years from now, she will find a formula capable of healing all the forests in her world. This telescope shows the path of wisdom, patience, and great discoveries that will save the world. Our path continues through the gallery of floating thoughts. This is an amazing place where instead of lamps, multicolored soap bubbles float beneath the ceiling. But inside each bubble is not air, but a brilliant idea. An astrolin with a net made of a comet's tail carefully catches the swiftest golden idea bubbles and places them into special caskets. These are for future artists and poets, he whispers to us, pressing a finger to his beak. But besides the telescopes, the observatory holds the Hall of Star Echoes. This is a circular room where thousands of tiny glass spheres stand on shelves. Inside each sphere is the laughter of a child who has performed a kind deed for the first time. The Astrolins collect these echoes to power the magical instruments. If you press your ear to a sphere, you can hear, "I helped my mommy," or "I shared my toy." This is the purest magic in the universe. And we move further, approaching the main hall. To reach the heart of the observatory, we must cross the Bridge of Light. It is stretched over an abyss where small galaxies swirl. Here, Astrolin musicians play harps with strings made of sunbeams. This music prepares the visitors for the most solemn moment, for what lies ahead is the most important of all. We approach the most majestic place, the throne hall of light. There are no walls here, only the endless cosmos all around, held back by a magical dome. In the center, on a pedestal of white marble, stands a telescope called the Golden Truth. This telescope requires no adjustment. It glows on its own, as if a small sun is trapped inside. Its golden rays pierce through space. It does not show the distant future. It shows the present. Look, you are reflected in it. The Golden Truth shows the heroic deeds you are performing right now, when you are honest, when you help a friend, when you smile at a stranger. Remember, whispers the head Astrolin, old and wise Orion, a great future is built from small kind deeds today. Every spark of your kindness lights a new star upon this dome. As a farewell, the observatory gives each of you a tiny star spark. Hide it in your heart. As long as it burns, you will never lose your way to your own great heroic deed. But it is time for us to return, my friends. My magic compass begins to vibrate and glow with gold. It is calling us back. Right before us, in the starry air, a shimmering portal opens, smelling of ancient books and cinnamon. Let us step into it. And here we are, back in the cozy halls of my Library of Wonders. Our journey is over, but the magic remains with you. Friends, tell me, which hall of the observatory or which Astrolin do you remember the most? What did you feel when you looked into the Golden Truth? Don't forget that in our magic workshop, we are always ready to create a unique story for you. A personal gift that will be remembered forever. And next time, I will prepare a story for you that has become a true classic. We will travel to a world where devotion and self-sacrifice can shatter the darkest spells. The tale of the wild swans awaits us. The story of young Elisa, whose love and patience saved her princely brothers from their stepmother's curse. Get ready. It will be incredibly moving. Until we meet again in the Library of Wonders, cherish your inner spark.